Hello, my name is Sister Terry Dodge. I'm the Executive Director of Crossroads Incorporated, which is a residential program for women who have been incarcerated. I came to this work because of my experience with my brother. He was 9 years younger than I am, and he was in and out of jail and prison. And when he came to the point in his life where he wanted to make a change, and I knew he was serious, I started to look and see what resources were available for someone who was coming out of prison. And I was just so appalled with the number of people who looked at his history and judged him on what he had done rather than on what he wanted to do. And it's out of that experience that I decided that I wanted to be the contradiction and believe in somebody's dreams. One of the things that I have learned over the years, and it kind of a mantra that I keep close to me, and it was said by a Jesuit priest from India, and the saying is that actions can be bad, people only good. And I think it's very important to remember that there is goodness in every single person. You're going to meet a few women and hear their stories of how they became incarcerated behind their substance abuse issues.
I was leading a night crawler life, but not wanting to do what I was doing anymore. Trading my soul, pieces of my soul, for the party, pawning my spirit for what I had to have, and but I didn't know how to stop. I didn't know how to quit. Then a series of trips to jail ensued. Sometimes it would be for 3 days with a court date. You know, I get out with a court date, and not make the court date. The next time it'll be 2 weeks, or the next time it'll be 3 months, and then it got to be a habit. And then it got to be comfortable. I was in Hollywood, and I loved Hollywood when I first got to Hollywood because I was a star. You never saw, my name was never up in the marquee. I was never on the silver screen, but I just felt like I could be whoever I wanted to be. And I used myself in Hollywood, stealing, robbing, and using myself. Rather than using myself the way I preferred, I became a victim, and I got pregnant, and I left my baby at the hospital because it was the best thing I could do. I used and drank through my whole pregnancy. I gave birth to this child, and the doctor even asked me if I wanted to hold her, and I didn't, because I knew I wasn't gonna stay. And what I wound up doing is I left that hospital and went back, I think 7 days later, to feed her once, just to say goodbye. I felt this big. So I left because alcohol calls. Alcohol calls. Whenever I went to jail, I wound up always signing up for everything that they had available, all of the resources. GED, because I was a high school dropout. One night I remember hearing over the intercom, you know, they made an announcement, and I asked, what is that? And they said, oh, it's for alcoholics. And I found myself in the jailhouse chapel hearing these people who came in from outside of the jail share about this illness that plagued them from the inside out, and how they found freedom. And I knew I was home. And I got out, and I went from there to a treatment center.